This is the challenge that I call Challenge Epic Spies Asset Tracker. And at a high level, in this challenge, you're going to create an application for our company, Epic Spies. And it's going to keep track of the name of each spy, each asset, how many elections they've rigged within a given month, and how many acts of subterfuge have they performed in a given month. And then what we're going to do after we click the Add Asset and allow the user to add additional asset names and their statistics, we're going to print out some analysis of their statistics here in the result label. All right, so let me show you how this works. So we'll start off with Bo. He rigged 3 elections and performed 3 acts of subterfuge. So now you can see in the result label, there's the total number of elections rigged. So that'll be the total number. Currently it's only 3 because we only have 1 asset, correct? The average asset, average acts of subterfuge per asset, that will only be 3 because we only have 1 asset. And then finally, we want to list the name of the asset that you added last. Okay, so let's go and add JAWS, elections rigged 4, acts of subterfuge performed 4. And now you can see that 3 plus 4 is 7. That's the total number of elections rigged. And you can see the average. When we average 3 and 4, that should be 3.5. So make sure that you only print out 2 digits after the decimal point. All right, that's another requirement for this challenge. And then finally, you can see that the last one you added was JAWS. Some of the finer points of this exercise, just make sure that you get the correct sizing. We only want 150 pixels tall on the Epic Spies logo. You can find that logo from the folder called cs-asp_023-challenge, which is available from wherever you're currently watching this video or wherever you originally downloaded it. I just merely dragged and dropped the Epic Spies logo into our project so we could use it. I also include the screenshot so that you can just refer to that for the layout of the application. You don't need to like pause this video or whatever the case might be. And I think that is all that I wanted to tell you about this. This is going to be a little bit tricky, and I'm going to give you a clue in the solution video if you get stuck. Now, we haven't talked about the technique necessary to make this work. It's just a combination of the same technique we previously discussed, just multiplied a couple of times, all right? And so think hard. If you can't figure out how to keep all of the data bits aligned and together, that's okay. Look at the solution, just like the first minute or two, and it'll explain the general technique. And if you still can't get it, go ahead and watch the rest of the video. And then do the same exercise tomorrow, okay? But I think once you get that little clue about how to keep the asset's name, his elections rigged, and his acts of subterfuge performed for each asset so that we can use those in the result label, you know, to get the last name, to get the totals and the averages and things of that nature. Once you figure out that little squirrely wrinkle to this whole project, you'll solve the rest of it pretty quickly. Okay, so we'll see you in the solution. Thank you.